What is up, everybody? Kalle Beck here from StartingStrongman.com. Gotta make sure my hair is okay. It's alright. Anyways, I hate that intro. I want to talk about not focusing on other people and other people's training lifts. I put a post up on the Facebook about, everyone gets kind of, we're, 7 weeks out of nationals, and everyone gets kind of worried, and I'm training quite a few people for it this year, and I get these messages like, I only hit this weight, I worked up to whatever, and it was heavy, and I have to do this much, and then you kind of know that they're then seeing this other person who did this much. And training is practice, and you practice so you're good at the game, and the competition is the game on that day. That's where it matters. So you really can't go off of other people's training videos to gauge how they're going to do it in the contest. Myself, for example, when I'm looking at one of my athletes' training videos, I have a bigger picture in mind. I know what my goal for them was. I know what they did the week before. I know what they failed at. But if I'm just going off what someone's just doing on Instagram, I have no real idea of what's actually going on in their training. And it's really easy, when you're starting your training heavy, one of the heavier contests of the year for most people, to doubt yourself and to think, like, crap, well, I just saw that one, because you saw like a little snapshot of a little snippet of what they're doing. So there's a plan, there's a progression, and you have to follow it, and hopefully you have someone that you trust, that even if they're not necessarily programming for you or coaching you, that you can use as a soundboard to keep you sane and objective in your own training, which is, you have to have another voice of reason that's objective, and it's really hard to do. You have to focus on yourself, and even if they are killing it, and someone's like maybe going to destroy you at the event, there's really not much you can do about that other than to, train and follow your own plan. If you start approaching your training with a sense of desperation because someone is so much, someone's so much better than you at an event, that's just going to cause you to probably fail lifts and overreach, and possibly, in worst case scenario, get hurt. Best case scenario, you train a little bit better, because that's that certain sense of urgency. It really kind of depends on each person and their own mental state on how they approach it. But here's the thing. Let's say someone is 7 weeks out, which is right around now, in their training for nationals, and they basically did the contest today, and it was overreaching for them. They might have peaked 7 weeks out, and now their body is trying to recover from the stress they put it in this whole rest of the 7 weeks. They're not building. They built, now they're crashing, and then they're just trying to fix every little, they got a little twinge in their back. I've done this. I've made these mistakes. I remember there's a mystery event for the last Arnold I did, or I think it was the last Arnold I did, 2014. Or it was the year before, and I worked up to some stupid, an 860 pound frame deadlift, competing in the 175 class. It's not going to be 860 pounds. I think the heavyweight frame for reps for nationals this year is 840 or so. So it was really dumb, and I got it, but it killed my back, and I couldn't get another good training session in on deadlift for another 5 weeks, and other people beat me in the deadlift. It was a stupid mistake, and I was just lifting with my ego and being cocky and trying to prove a point, you know, on Instagram or whatever the hell, you know, back then, that I was stronger than people. That's not where you prove it. So, you know, I'm speaking from experience of having peaked right for contests, having peaked wrong for contests, and you know, it's a lot easier to remain objective with someone else's training than your own. So, and one other way I look at it, like let's say it's a 520 or so pound frame deadlift for reps. If you work up to doing like multiple doubles at 475, that's 90% of the weight. If you're doing powerlifting and you worked up to 90% of your max or your planned opener, and it looked like easy, like a 7 on a 10 to, you know, on a 7 on a, you know, 1 to 10 scale, you'd be like, damn, I'm crushing it. I'm ready to kill this contest. But, you know, if you look at it like, holy crap, I lifted 475 and it was pretty hard. Like, you know, a 7 on a 10 is pretty hard. But, you know, really it's easy, relatively. You know, and I still got to lift another 50 pounds. It can seem insurmountable. It's all about how you approach, you know, how you approach these mentally. Trust the process, trust the people around you. If you don't have a process or people around you, figure that out. Probably not now, we're close, but this is, you know, going to be on the internet forever. So general guidelines, and just put the blinders on, focus on what you can do, and have fun and enjoy the process. I think I already said that. And yeah, just stop listening to me. Listen to everyone else. Thanks for watching. Go to startingstrongman.com. You can sign up for coaching at store.startingstrongman.com, and hit subscribe and hit me up in the comments with your questions.